Naturally, there's a divide between academia and the community, and this exhibition forms a kind of bridge.
I think it's important to celebrate history, culture, and to really explore what is and what was.
The whole concept of re-entanglement, we are all joined in some way.
I'd never heard of Northcote Thomas, and I'd never seen any of this work before. All the anthropological work was taken in Nigeria and Sierra Leone between 1909 and 1915, and I was totally fascinated by that.
Whether he had good intention or not, he's opened the door to a discussion that needs to be had.
Whatever his intentions were, he is the reason why we are having this debate.
The way I saw him personally, he approached the people with love. I look at the photos, all the photographs, and all I see is beauty.
She's really weary, she's tired, she's fed up, she's resisting in some way.
What she feels seems very natural, even though the position of the curtain and everything seems very, very staged. But it's almost like she's succumbed to the staging of whatever it is she's supposed to perform in this moment.
I think she's just like, just get on with it, I can't be bothered. Or it's... He's not going to help me in any way, so just do what you want to do. I was quite struck by, first of all, the carvings. That was where my eyes went. And then I noticed the smashed mirror. I thought of the loss of history, loss of individualism of the pictures, and then the fracture there also reminded me of how fractured the world is now and how we don't understand each other.
We are all asking the question, what's my value? What do I add to this world?
So now we have this conflict, and the conflict is re-entanglements.
And so when we're beginning to looking at decolonization, we're asking that question, am I not a human being? I want to be understood that I matter and that what I had before matters and that it has contributed to make us where we are. I am not just a digit.
There is this uncomfortable moment of not knowing. The numbers are kind of like you don't know, but they were necessary. But in that context, it represents a very awful history as well.
The way I see folks who were colonized, I like to think of us as a very strong and beautiful people. I think it's very, very important that we don't erase what happened or we don't try to rewrite history. We had amazing crafts, we had our own cultures, history, our sense of self. We had our own civilizations, they still exist.
It's not just the item, it's the story around it. I thought seeing the reconstructed pots and the broken bits it just told a story on its own.
When I began to make the fragments, I began to think about Africa as a fragmented people. Right from when the African continent was cut up in Berlin, same fragmentation has continued up to today. They are still fragmenting us.
I mean, like many of the characters that Northcote encountered and took photos of, they all have very significant topics to talk about.
It is I who come, Onyeso, son of the Ezenri. My father was king.
And you? What would you ask of this exiled god? What would you wish for me? Where now is my shrine?
I actually saw the pictures come to life. It was more relatable. It also gets us to think beyond the image and look at the feelings and what we think they were like and what their life was like, and what if I stepped through a door and stood there with them.
So I think if people come to this exhibition and you examine these stories, you will find many levels, many layers that you can relate to universally.
And it's the kind of thing you come back, even if you come back 10 times, you get something different each time.
I think it was just great to be as stimulated and excited by contemporary works as well as the archival artifacts. I strongly believe that museums should be headed in that direction.
I think that every single link in the story here, bringing those narratives alive, creates a balance.
I think it's very important that we show what we are and what we were and also what we could be.
Now is the time for this kind of debate and this kind of exhibition.
So I think it's extremely important that all that is put on display, and for me it's a celebration.
That's the re-entanglement for me. We are actually all being re-entangled together to have the opportunity together to see it in this particular way, with this perception.
Not just one case, but the whole exhibition was like this beautiful string game, weaving time and cultures and people together.